It's cutting season. What is up, YouTube squad? As you saw from the short intro, it is officially cutting season. So today's date is April 6th. It's Thursday. I did not want to make a video right on the cut day one because I just want to be focused. I want to be honed in and just ready to hit my goals and whatnot. So I'm going to let you guys know in terms of my calories, my macros, things like that, my starting weight, what my goal weight is, and how my training style is, and also any life events that are happening along the way. So first things first, let me show you my weigh-ins. So for me, I actually learned this from Christian Guzman a long time ago, and it really does help me out. I weigh myself every morning at the same time, and I write it down, so I have a bunch of dates already lined up, and what I'll do is I'll find the average for a week. Okay, so for week 1, 7, obviously, add up all the numbers, whatever the sum is, divide by 7, that's my weekly average. So I don't freak out if weight's going up. So far it hasn't, but it's usually inevitable. Things happen, sodium intake, your water intake. So what I do, if I compare week 1 to week 2, the averages, if week 2 is less, that means something's doing right, going right in the cut. So this is really helpful for me. If there's any dramatic weight gain or weight loss, like we had 172 to 170.4, that was because I was in the sauna for 20 minutes. So those variables make a huge difference. So it's important for you to write things down. If you slept like crap, if you went out and you had a lot of sodium, a lot of hot sauce, things like that, that will absolutely dictate how you weigh the next morning. Same with water. So just always make mental notes. So now I want to talk to you guys about my goal weight and then how my training style is. So when it comes to this cut, I started at 173.4. The day prior I was like 174 point. I think it was 3 or something like that. But I had a lot of sodium, so I'm not going to count that. My true weight was probably closer to the deeper end of 173. So I weighed in April 1st. That was the day of my cut, 173.4. What is my goal weight? Probably around 160, 161. I'm okay with that. I don't have a competition for bodybuilding or anything like that coming up, so I'm not trying to get ungodly low body fat percentage, but I do have a strongman competition April 22nd. I'll let you guys know how that goes, but I'm entering at the 165 and under class, so that is a little fire under my butt, and it also makes me accountable to stick to my diet, and I need to lose 5 pounds in roughly 2.5 weeks, which for me is okay. Even if I lose a little bit, 1 to 2 pounds per week is my rule of thumb. But after competition, I might have a refeed day or something like that to kind of spike everything up. But I feel like 165 is good. I'm very strong at that weight. That's a comfortable weight where I'm low body fat, relatively low, but also really, really strong. So I'll fill you guys in. I'll probably make a video about that in terms of the competition, what the events are, and things like that. So let's talk about my training style. So nothing has really changed with my training. I'm still doing splits. I'm still doing, I guess you could call it the bodybuilding splits. I'm hitting each muscle group 2 times a week. The only thing that's really changed is my programming. And by that, I don't really have a program. So for the past bulk of 8 months, I have been following a program, usually 6 to 8 weeks, that I create myself. Right now, I'm still creating my own workouts, but I'm working on more, I guess you could say, hypertrophy and time under tension training. As a trainer, that has been drilled in my head for 4.5 years now, and I've implemented it with myself and my clients. But right now, I'm kind of just having fun with it. I just want to see what I could do, and I like to challenge myself. So time under tension is great because it makes you check your ego at the door. You can't lift heavy with time under tension. And when I say time under tension, I'm talking like a 3-second negative, sometimes a 4-second negative. So you should definitely give it a shot. On my Instagram, I do give a lot of my workouts on the daily, along with some example videos so you know what they look like. And then last thing I want to talk to you guys about today is my cardio. Right now, there is no cardio. The weights are my cardio. I don't like to implement cardio right out of the gate because for me, that's not a good way to judge your diet. So if you're implementing cardio right out of the gate and you don't really know how many calories you're burning just on your diet alone, well, maybe you're eating too much or not enough. So I give myself 3 or 4 weeks into a cut, And if the weight's not moving at a rate that I want, like I said, mostly 1 to 2 pounds. The first couple weeks it might be a lot of water weight, so it's closer to 3, but really give yourself some time, because you need to know how much food you're eating, because you don't want to eat too little. That's the key. Eating too much you'll obviously know, but if you're eating too little plus cardio, you're going to jack yourself up. You're going to lose a lot of muscle mass, a lot of strength very quickly, just because you're in such a deep caloric deficit. Alright, I'm going to show you guys a quick look at my macros on MyFitnessPal. Feel free to add me as a friend, MattGreen570. So right now, for the first several weeks, I'm going to be rolling with 2,400 calories. Of those 2,400 calories, we have 180 grams of protein, 300 carb, and 53 grams of fat. Trying to keep my sugar content really low, honestly, under like 50 or 40. I'm a big believer in that. Fiber, anywhere between 15 to 25 grams per day, I'm okay. I eat a couple Fiber One bars, but my total daily energy expenditure is just over 2,700. So you want to take it slow and steady for the first couple weeks, get used to cutting, getting used to being in a caloric deficit and whatnot, but you don't want to cut too low, and you also don't want to go 50 calories under your TDEE. So try to find that out. There's a bunch of calculators online if you want to go that route. We were taught a formula, so that's what I do, but that's it right now. Probably the lowest I'll go is 2,100 calories, and that's probably week 7 or 8 of the cut when I'm really deep into it. So definitely plan accordingly, just like you plan accordingly with your bulk. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to try to throw a video out almost every other day. I downloaded some editing software, so they're back. And until then, guys, I'll catch you in the next video. Check out my last video about my progression for my bulk, and I'll see you guys for episode 2 of Shredding Season 2017.